Hi, I'm Rinda.
I'm Jim.
And we're Hardiness Approach.
And it's morning for us today.
It is, and we're going to show you a little bit about the garden and how it's growing. And Jim is going to show you a new and improved way to tie down the tunnels.
Our version 1.1 here.
We had forgotten that we had done it this way before, and if you watched our video, and we'll put it right up here so you can see it when he was doing the tunnels, we crisscrossed over and used one long string.
Which is one way to do it.
It is, but it doesn't keep it as secure, and we had forgotten that we had done it a different way. We're still using the string we had, but if you have baling twine, it works even better. So let's go see how he's doing it.
You'll notice that this string is not tied, it just goes through the loop so that I can easily pull it back and forth.
I'm going to show the loop. This loop was the one that was connected down here with the little inner tube onto this. It's just the loop that's here. He's just got it pulled right through there. Okay.
Now in one end of the string that I have, I've tied a loop. We're going to be using that. Keep watching.
I'm going to come back around your side.
Okay.
All right.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
So here's the loop. I'm going to take this string without the loop in it, pull it through there, put it through the loop in the other end of itself, then I can pull these down. I pull that up there, and I'm going to pull down on this one and pull down on this one. Get it nice and tight. And I'm going to stick this. Sticks to my fingers. That's why bigger twine would be easier to work with. Do that, and then I poke this through here.
Now can you adjust that, or that's already as loose as it's going to be? You want to make it tighter, right?
I do, but this thing is sliding up, so I really can't. I've got to fix that. That's why I'm not wanting to tie this down.
Okay. So what this does is it makes this taunt. You can see this all along here. And now he's going to tell you about one of the problems and a fix that we're going to do.
So as you can see, this tends to slide up.
Because it's just metal.
Because it's just the rubber and nothing really to hold it down. So two possible fixes. One, a quick one and an easy one, is to take something like duct tape and wrap it around this just above where this is.
Where the inner tube is?
Yeah, and that could potentially stop or add more friction to where it wouldn't be able to pull up. That's one way. The other way is we take 1/2-inch tubing like this, cut it a foot shorter than the metal hoop, and run the hoop through it, and then put these rubber things below it to where they would come up and hit the 1/2-inch tubing, and that keeps them from sliding up.
That's exactly what we had done in Oregon.
Yes, it is. And that's a little more expensive, a little more time consuming, but very, very effective. So simple, duct tape, 1/2-inch tubing, a little more complicated, and it can solve this issue. So I'm going to have to do one. I'm probably going to put duct tape on here, and then I'll be able to tighten this one down a little bit more.
We're going to show you a little bit of a tour of our garden. You want to see our potatoes? Whoa, look at that. Potatoes are growing.
Those of you who know how to grow potatoes are saying you don't have anything heaped up on them. We're going to be, hopefully today, getting what we can heap around them, and we're going to start building up around them. Most of them are high enough up that it's time to start putting the mounds around them. So we are going to be doing that today.
Thank you for that explanation. So why did we put this low tunnel on in summer? Well, we were having some competition with the birds. So we've had little birds that come in and eat the new little sprouts coming up from our green beans, and we'll have two nice leaves and they'll just come in and chomp them down, taking it to a stem, which does not allow them to grow then. So we put this on as shade cloth, and it will keep the birds out, and it will keep the shade for the sun. So let me just show you. These are our onions that are growing underneath there. So here's my beautiful green beans, and everywhere that you see a hole, that there is not green beans, I have replanted them. And these green beans go all the way down. We have carrots in here. They're still small, but they are coming up, so I'm not going to show you right now. We had some extra tomato plants, and so we put them in our cloth sacks. We have a video on that I'll put up here so that you can see about these cloth sacks and where to get them down in the show notes. They're amazing. They have handles to be able to turn them, but Jim has put drip systems in each one of them coming from our garden so that our garden can be a little more self-sustaining. Our brassicas are amazing. They love this climate. They're doing incredible. Our tomatillos we were able to replace, and they are doing amazing. Our corn is all growing, and in between the corn we have spinach and Swiss chard and flowers and all kinds of things. And then our tomatoes are starting to grow and doing really well. And our last row over here is our squash and our pumpkins, and we were able to replace what froze and be able to get them in. And now we're starting to make sure that we do the pruning on our tomatoes, prune our tomatoes and keep them going so that they're going really well. I actually ate a tomato off the plant this morning that had come with the tomato, and it was actually delicious. We had one of our viewers comment on, well, when you go to Salt Lake for all those weeks, how are you gonna keep your garden sustainable, because you say that you are? Well, there's a couple of things. We will come back and check on it a couple of times, but because we've got this drip system in, it's awesome. Because we have the cover, we don't have to weed as much. And like I say, he's put drip systems in all the bags. We have bags down here. He's still going to put some more drip systems in before we actually leave. We'll have everything mowed just before we go, and hopefully we'll come back to food. And yes, our garden needs us, especially the tomatoes need us to keep them trimmed and not growing extra legs out. But we think we've put these together so that we're doing it the best we can with what we have. And isn't that what homesteaders do? Since we did a garden tour today, we'd like to show you what you can really do in your garden once it's growing. This is a video we made in Oregon. We think you'll enjoy it. Well, we thought what better place to prepare the food than in the garden. So let's go. So we have been planning this all day, and then we got all this amazing squash. Let me show it down here. But I have to reveal that this is not our tomato, but it is organic. But I needed a tomato, so I had to go to the store.
We're still working on the tomatoes in this climate. We haven't quite got it figured out.
But this is our cabbage, our squash, our squash, our squash. Squash, I think. Anyway, I looked up some great recipes, and so I changed a little bit of what we're gonna do out here.
Ground.
This is ground chicken that we ground from our own chicken. It's a chicken breast, and I've mixed it with our egg and some bread and spices. And so we're gonna make chicken burgers, and we're going to put grilled vegetables on top of artisan bread that's going to be toasted with Havarti cheese melted down over it. So watch and learn.
if you like what you're seeing with our videos, please, by all means, click the like button. That really helps Google. When Google sees that, they know that you like it and they promote it to other people, and it helps us. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We'd love you to be part of it.
And make a comment. We love your comments. We don't always get to answer back, but we do try to put likes and hearts there. Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
Great gardening day.